How do I look, Nick?
Nervous, you looked nervous. How can we just keep this in and just go, right, come on,
nah, pause.
introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Pause. Let's run this on the top. No 3, 2, 1, nothing. Nah. No, go on, Nick. No 3, 2, 1, nothing.
Can I get a...
You really battle rap.
It's there,
Because
innit?
like very
Nick,
quietly
Can I
goes,
get
camera rolling. And that's it.
Serious? Yeah.
That's how we work. You
That's
said you would film it on audio, so...
That's how I get all the magic. Alright.
The audio's going on that podcast, though.
Yeah. Makes me go for a while. Hopefully you didn't pick up my Asian thing. 3, 2, 1!
I think that's deflated by
Yo, I'm just used to like, we starting now, alright, so we get into the mode. Yeah, I mean, so the certain shit that I can say on the certain shit I will say off camera, I won't say
like
on
what?
camera. You get
Just say when you hear and I guess, go from there, right? When you just
like
hear guess,
99% of the shit, you get me. That's what it is.
just when you hear guess, just say your name at that point.
Yeah.
Right, then you don't have to be stressed because this is now the starter, by the way. Welcome to the Red Lion Podcast. My name is Mike. That is my co-host over there.
Alan the Talent.
And our first guest, introduce yourself.
Myself, flawless Mr. TakeNote, don't know.
And he's here to give some big news for us as well, and for yourself.
Yeah,
I can't wait to do this.
And am I your first guest as well?
Our first guest as well.
Oh shit, that's sick.
And it's a big announcement as well, so it perfect sense.
It's monumental, you get me? Accolades and announcements after announcements. So firstly, blessed for having me on. You get me as your first guest. I appreciate both of you two. And secondly, the reason why I am here as well, like you said, the major announcement is I am starting my own podcast network, the Talk About It network, and the first signees to that is the Red Lion Picture podcast. So obviously Sarcasm City signed up to it, but outside of Sarcasm City, obviously you should know me from that. If you don't, where have you been?
Yeah, go subscribe and all that good shit.
Yeah, subscribe. You get me? All the links will be on there. If you type in Sarcasm City, anywhere you listen to podcasts, you will find it there. But yeah, so the Talk About It network is the podcast network I've created. So Sarcasm City obviously is the first signee, and Red Lion Picture Podcast are now on board. So if you look for Talk About It network anywhere else you listen to podcasts, it will pop up. So everything, all the audios, it will be, you'll find Sarcasm City every release, and Red Lion Picture Podcast every release will be there.
We'll be keeping our own YouTube page, but I'm so excited to be doing this reviews, man. I can't wait. After you sitting here for 20 minutes with us, after a couple of days in, after filming one episode,
so
regretting it.
Yeah, you know what? To tell you the truth, yeah, when we had the meeting and that, I was like, yo, I've just given the keys to the kingdom to the devils, innit? We bad enough at Sarcasm City, you get me? So now we just poured full fuel on, you get me, on already a wildfire in it, like a whole forest fire, you feel me? Like that's what that is. So,
and I think it's got to be a big change in attitude across it as well, because it's going to make us more free to feel like we're going to be able to do it, because our audio, which the network are going to be getting, is going to be the uncensored, beautiful version.
So like you said, Red Lion will still be on their YouTube channel, but on the Talk About It network YouTube, we'll add it to the playlist. So Sarcasm City will be on there every release, as well as the Red Lion Picture Podcast. Talk About It network, like, yo, that's what this podcast network is for. It's for the most entertaining, authentic, and wild podcasts in it, and you lot fit the criteria in it. Like,
and we have been censoring ourselves quite heavily while we've been relying on YouTube.
There is a shit ton of footage that did not come out.
You might even get all podcast episodes.
That's why the network was created. I created the network specifically when I was creating it. I thought of using mine because there's no networks in place for the wild podcast. That's what it's for. Everything's prim and proper in it. Like, this is like, put it in hip hop terms, this is the death row of podcast networks. Like, we ain't gonna finish like death row, but no one ain't gonna shut the car.
Shug out here.
I should have come in red in it. Yeah, that's what the Talk About It.
You want to be wild.
That's what it is, yo. Come to the Talk About It network, innit? Because that's what it is. Whether you are 2 or 3 episodes in, or you're 2-3 years in, we are looking for opening it. So it don't matter if you're established, whether you're just like starting out, or you're brand new and starting from the jump. You feel me? There's already a couple other podcasts that are signed up as well in it. At the moment, in total, we have 4. The other 2 are starting from the ground up. Obviously, like Sarcasm City, you usually already have episodes out and a following and stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, man. That's why the network was created specifically, like I said, for the most authentic, the most authentic, the most entertaining, and the most wild podcast. That's why we created it.
And I think that's why we signed up as well, just so we can get that side out of it. Like, just because we are quite censored while you're on YouTube. I mean, so if you do watch the entertainment on YouTube, you can go and see how wild it actually is.
Yeah, so that's what I
and all the stuff what actually gets cut. And by the way, it is all jokes. Alan isn't actually a racist.
No, he's not, man. He's got a black friend. He's
only one.
And it's not Nick, it's me. It's not Nick,
like, if that one friend dies, I have to swap him out for like another one.
It's not like, Nick,
yeah.
So you're saying you can only...
You got a quota?
You can only have one.
Diverse. One like a shit Highlander.
One black friend, like one Asian
Basically
friend.
to make the racism okay.
Yeah, just I mean, I'm like a workplace. Like, you know what they have? They have like a certain quota of like racial
that should
people.
Be the episode title of this episode.
Got like one of everyone. Like there's a disabled one. Like,
you got that?
It's okay. There's a gay one. I've got a lesbian friend. Like it's all there. Like it's diverse as shit. But if one of them dies, I have to swap them out.
See, this is the type of shit that we bring in to the Talk About It network. You get me? That's exactly why Red Lion, I decided to bring them in it. This is exactly why it's for this very reason. It's for things like this. So any Red Lion fans as well, obviously they'll still be available on YouTube, or if you want to listen on audio, they'll be available on SoundCloud, Spotify, soon to be iTunes yet. But like I said, the Talk About It network.
We're fucking Tidal off though, yeah?
No Tidal. Hey, you can't get on Tidal.
Fuck Tidal.
If I could, I wouldn't it. Like everywhere else.
Jay-Z's thing, innit?
That's what it is. If I couldn't get on Tidal,
it's like 20 quid a month.
It's exclusive. There's no submission. There's no podcast submission on there. I did look into this, and I look into everywhere. You feel pause.
He's only had one bit. One bit.
I paused shit anyway. You know. How many times did I say pause before we was recording?
You needed to though.
Nah,
you can talk, you know.
See, these lot trying to get waved and that. Like, that's not the vibe in it. Like, I know what it's like when you're with Red Lion.
But it definitely is our vibe, so.
Yeah, it's your vibe. Truthfully, I did have one before, and I will have another one. I will still be here while they're recording more, but again, now.
You don't want to just drink on camera and look professional, don't you?
I'm trying to look the most unprofessional, you feel me? That's what it is.
You're working with the right crowd.
Professional, that's what it's for.
I'm so happy you're not a bartender, you know. You
so close to trying to slide it on the glass, it didn't slide.
Just chucked it at him.
God, that's yours, by the way.
But nah, on a serious note, man, I appreciate you lot getting on board with it, because obviously the network is brand new, and you easily could have said no, because it is, like I said, brand new.
There was no way on fucking God's earth that at any point we would have said no. Because it's like, you look at, like, obviously we met you coming through the academy and stuff like that, like the first year, and instantly there was an instant connection, I think, with both you guys. It's not forced, it's not
that we have filmed a little bit together, so we knew
you get to know someone as professional as you are, like, there's no doubt, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
I was just say CEO. I don't fuck with any of that shit. I just wanted the money out of this.
I
just think this is going to make.
There's another point. If you want to sponsor us, we're taking beer sponsors. Get ours. Jägermeister, hit me up.
Like, if you've got like a microbrewery or like a small brewery, you want to send us some free shit for us to sample on cam. We'll drink it, mate, and we'll slag you off if it's shit.
I ain't gonna lie, people want to spend bread. Like, any sponsors in it, hit us up. Like I say, hit up Red Lion, hit up Sarcasm City.
We're trying to push things forward,
whichever, you feel me? That's what I'm saying.
We're just trying to push things forward, and when we signed on, we wanted to do it because it's a thing where when you're in a little community starting up, you want to help push other people what are trying to do the same thing forward.
Exactly that,
it's about making it bigger and better.
Like I keep reiterating, that's exactly why I started the network, was so it is a place for podcasts like yourselves. Like I keep saying it, I keep going over these things, the most entertaining, authentic and wild, and it's not just a tagline or a catchline. Like, that's real, like it's home, because even when we started Sarcasm City, when I was looking into networks and help, there was no place for us. You know what I mean? Like, there was no home for us, there was no label.
Dry in England.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And even stateside, like, it's very limited. So it's like, all right, since there's nothing like that, why not create ones ourselves in it? So me and Tux will be running Talk About It network in it. And obviously, like I said, if you want to get on board in it, feel free to like inquire in it. Send us an email, message, whichever.
Did we have a tagline for it? What you've got to be be on the network?
Hashtag cham cham.
Hashtag
cham cham. Hashtag not real media.
If you want to be on the podcast network, well, you just go on any video, especially Tox and Bobby Rex. Go on that. and just hashtag champ.
Hashtag shout my brother.
I'm not condoning this.
I am fully condoning it.
So yeah,
you judged that shit. I watched it impartial.
But yeah, like I was saying, to be on the network, like I said, entertaining, authentic, wild, and that's what we're looking for over here. And like the other podcasts who have in questions with who have started with, who have already signed, who are starting up soon, they fit that criteria. Yeah. In a different way to use, the same way we're different on Sarcasm City. It's that type of thing. Like, use your authentic selves. That's what I like.
That's what I hope it comes across like.
Yeah.
We are just here just to have fun, drink beers with mates, and make jokes.
All we are is fans of the stuff that we talk about. So like you with the Sarcasm City podcast, you talk about Battle Rap, you talk about other stuff like that. It's just because you care about that shit.
Exactly.
It's not coming from a place of hate. You're not just looking at it and watching it and wanting to dislike it. If you dislike it, it's because you fucking love the genre that it's in.
This is what I'm saying. That's exactly what it is. I use it like that. Like when I see him in the Bear 4 outfit, I was like, "That's Mike."
That made sense.
Like, I can imagine it made perfect sense. I can imagine you walking around your house like that when the camera's not rolling. That type of stuff.
It wasn't like a good an hour and a half before we started getting into it. Like,
that's it.
I think he took far too many pictures. I think he's Joe for the bank, pervert. He's not even paying attention. We can say what I want.
Yeah, Nick loves the blonde.
He does love the blonde.
I heard you like Asians as well. That's come up.
Facts.
Yeah, I was gonna say facts. Any type of Asian.
I just like beautiful women.
Oh, here we go. I just like beautiful women. Yay!
Fucking white
Yay!
It's gay to like beautiful women.
The way you said it.
You need to come with better jokes. Man. If you're gonna be part of Red Line, you need to come with better jokes.
I'm not part. I'm just here as a guest.
Bad guest. A shit guest.
The first guest has been cussed out already. Oh yes, that is
This is exactly why Nick me off camera you get.
Yeah, that's exactly why he's drinking beer and not red wine as well.
Is that your fifth beer of the day? It feels roundabout there. He's starting shouting at people that's supposed to be the guest.
Well, you shut the fuck up for us.
What did that say?
Definitely his second beer.
Just his second.
It's just his second.
And then
it's just like all those sweets. It's just sugar.
So Nick, is there any particular Asian you like?
Talk about the academy and stuff.
Let's talk about Asians.
Let's talk about Asians. Yeah. So is there any in particular Asian females that you like from a certain country?
Burma.
Japanese.
Japanese.
Okay. Absolutely, yeah. Definitely.
Alright, cool.
No, Japanese are weird. I like it.
Weird?
Yeah,
Here we go.
They're weird. You know, like the Germans are weird, where they're into all S&M and shit like that. Like Germans.
Oh, Germans?
Yeah, Germans.
Sorry, excuse me.
Yeah, no, Germans aren't weird.
I thought you
totally
said
normal.
they need like antibacterial stuff.
No, it's like Germans are weird, like with sexual preferences and stuff like that. Like the Japanese are like that. Get
Really?
It? Yeah.
See, now they're definitely my
No, I feel you, brother. Get it. In a bit.
Alright, cool.
What about you? What kind of women are you into, Flores?
This ain't about me.
This ain't
about me.
Anyone in the pipe?
I don't have nothing. I don't have specific like that in it. Like I'm not specifically into Asian women or this. Like if I find a female attractive, I find her attractive.
I've just said the same thing, but when I said it,
you
was
didn't
gay.
say it.
But I said pretty much the same thing in less words.
You got no.
You just elaborate.
Yeah,
you got a source like me.
Yours is the way you was holding your hand and everything as well, man.
I was holding a beer. I was holding a beer in my phone.
You was holding a beer. Really limply.
Anyway, like you mentioned it, so we might as well talk about it. Apex. Well, no, we're going to talk about the academy first because he's on.
Yeah, so
let's go into the academy.
August 17th. AATMA.
Yeah, Atmo, the Northern Quarter, the pop-up shop. So obviously,
yeah, the Apex.
If you've watched previous podcasts, it's known as the Gaff Up the Stairs.
Gaff Up the Stairs.
The place where Alan couldn't remember half of the whole finger, and it was the first half of the event, which is weird.
That's a fire name. That
I got fucked up.
The stairs.
So yeah, it's an alright venue to be fair. It is a decent venue. There are a lot of stairs that you've got to traverse when you've had a fucking beer, and that's not healthy. That said, we've got a pop-up shop, and on that we've got the academy quarters.
Yep.
That's a fact.
So I'll run through them quickly. We've got Just Jay.
Are we doing predictions or?
You don't have to notify me because obviously I missed the first academy event. So
well, I'm judging, so I'm not sure if I should be saying what.
Don't absolutely say what I want to say.
Alan can say what he wants.
There we go.
I'll read them out, then you two can talk shit about them.
Here we go.
Right, so we got Just Jay versus Visual.
Visual.
Well, but here's the thing with Just Jay. I seen his tryout when they had the Academy.
His tryout was great.
But then I heard when he was in the first round of the Academy 19,
didn't show up.
He was terrible.
Nah, it wasn't terrible.
Choked.
He just choked. Unprepared.
Yeah, just
because he was toxic first pick as well.
Slightly prepared, but just not prepared enough.
Okay.
I wish he takes it. He comes across like he takes it a little bit more serious.
And I feel like he does. Like speaking to him after the event,
yeah,
I feel like Jay's
when
going to come at it like really hard.
Yeah.
But that said, Visual's a fucking talent. He's a problem.
Okay.
Could be.
He is a big problem.
One of the best in the Academy.
I've already said, mate. Visual and Milke is the final. Like that's how I see it going. That's how I want it to go. But yeah, like he's a fucking problem. So for me, Visual's going to take it, especially if Jay turns up the way he turned up at the last event. Yeah, Visual's taking it quite easily. If he turns up as he did against Lizzie C, Visual might have a bit more of a tough.
Yeah, because Jay can control the crowd
very well.
Yeah, because he makes the crowd laugh.
Like I said, I was very impressed when he did the Academy tryout. I was very impressed with him.
So next one, Yannick versus Graza.
Yan.
This is kind of like...
It hurts me to say. That hurts me. Physically, I feel like I want to throw up.
You're saying it's going to be clear, like he's going to body him?
No, I don't feel like he's going to body him because I've not seen Yan body anyone.
Alright, okay.
But
like
I'll give Graza a round. The problem with Graza, and he's a great guy, he's a nice guy, but he put far too much shit on the forum and on Facebook far too soon after the announcement was made that he was going up against Yan. He used all his best material.
Oh no, you don't know that.
I don't know that.
Here's the thing though,
I feel.
With Yan, because I fuck with Yan. Yan my guy, yeah. But it's like, you never run out of material with that guy. Like I've told him this. I tell him like, you need to chill out.
He don't run out of shit.
Like, yeah, he makes himself a massive target. I'm like, I've told him in it, like, and I've said this to him privately. I say this on camera on here, like, you need to just chill out a bit. You know what I mean? Stop giving people so much ammo. You feel me?
That makes sense. I think everyone who's probably talked to him like is probably said the same
thing, innit? Like it's all well and good being hated. It works for people. That's calm, innit? Like the likes of Tox. It works for D-Mac. But you don't pour fuel on the fire. You know what I mean?
If you take a couple of L's, you just need to
just chill. Take your L and just keep it moving, innit? Yeah, that's all you have to do. If I take a bad L, and you don't see me online and all that talking about it, I let people know it bothers you, innit? Just chill out, innit? Take your L in private and bounce back.
Yan's that guy that will try and switch any situation. Like, yeah, that's exactly what I meant to do. That's honestly, yeah. I posted that so that I knew because I knew you would put that response, and I was totally ready for that. So, you know, that was totally my intention.
That is I could imagine him saying that. You know what I mean? Like,
he said it multiple times.
That was the plan.
Promo.
Don't get me wrong, his promo was great because in the climate where battle rap the numbers are declining, for a tryout on someone new, he does good views. Just capitalize on that.
There is good and bad promo. I don't care what, especially in battle rap.
Yes, there is.
Bad promo is only gonna put you in the shit.
Not as hated as he was now that since he's been less prominent in the forum.
Well, I think it's because the forum's dying off a little bit anyway. Well, I don't know because I'm not in there. So
that's a conversation we need to have. That's a conversation I do want to have with you actually.
So
I do feel like Yan's taking that just because I feel like Graza came out too hard after the announcement, and it was literally it was every post, and like to the point where I got fucking bored.
He shot his load prematurely, you might say. Like he was like
absolutely both there,
everywhere, all over his face, neck, and chest.
Strong pause, Nick needs to pause. Pause sign.
Just calling Graza.
Pause.
Graza's now known. Like, that's all he is. He's changed his name. Pearl necklace. That's Graza.
It's a slow motion cam shot there.
Guys, in final scene.
In Graza's defence, just before
you found a lot of that shit really fucking hilarious. To be fair.
It was fucking hilarious. But in his defence, when Briggsy went live after the last battle, one of the things that he pointed out was not enough academy battlers are doing any promo at all. So I think Grazza just went a bit too hard on it. He wanted to basically go, because he said people need to step up, people need to do more promo, people need to start rating themselves and bigging themselves up more. So literally that day Grazza just went on this like challenge.
Yeah, that's cool, but Grazza treated that like it was a send, and we didn't have a date for the next academy. So he was sending for someone with no date, with no idea of when the end point was. So you can I can go on Facebook right now and throw fucking insult after insult at any random individual with no outcome, because there's no end point there.
You have to be
what
smart.
He should have done.
Yeah, you gotta be smart with the promo. That's exactly what.
Otherwise, it's just trolling for trolling.
Yeah. And the thing is, people always see promo as you have to send for someone. You don't have to. I'm someone who promos on a daily basis all the time with different stuff I'm involved in. You don't necessarily have to send for someone. No. Yes, sending for someone helps. Like, it helps. We've been in podcast beefs and stuff like that, and that's helped elevate it. But you can't build. You can't be stable on that. Like, that can't be the only reason, because then it gets to the point, if you do that, once you're doing regular shit, nobody cares.
Oh, and when you see someone in person, punch you in the fucking face. Yeah, because people talk too much shit. Like, they trolling for trolling's sake. Oh, nothing's gonna come back.
Yeah. Be prepared. Like, you have to be in it. Like, I've said this on camera. Like, you have to know that when you are on these platforms and stuff like that, or even online and you're saying shit, people are gonna get offended.
And when you're trolling people,
always presenting an image.
Yeah. And when you're trolling people, there's gonna be people that are gonna see the funny side, and people will go, "Do you know what, mate? You're coming across like a bit of a prick." And it's not good.
Look at Sean O'Mac.
Yeah.
Like, that man promos like a fucking boss.
Weirdo.
Like, literally, he's
guy.
Like, he's that level of intelligent. You know when you get that level of intelligent that's kind of special? That's Sean O. Like, he could go beyond intelligent and go into just no. But his promo and the stuff that he puts on his page, like the shit that he says, the things that he puts out, like it literally zeroes in on his audience absolutely perfectly.
Yeah.
Genius. The reason why that works for Sean O'Mac is because Sean O'Mac is being his authentic self. Like, people, like I was saying there, people always think promo has to be bad. Show your personality. With the promo, when I was promoing, when I was battling and stuff like that, even now, if someone dissed me, obviously I dissed them back, but it's like more so, I'm just showing off my personality.
Yeah, did you see that weird trailer Sean O'Mac put on Facebook the other day? For that in Back Matter? It's just the weirdest thing in the world. But it's Sean O'Mac doing Sean O'Mac promo for a battle coming up.
Sean O'Mac,
he's no offence in that. Like, all it is obviously him just being him. Yeah. And it works because he's a fun guy. Like, you can't fucking deny it. He's just a funny fucking guy.
He's a hilarious
and he's fucking too smart to be talking about beans that much.
But here's the thing though, the beans thing. The reason why the beans things works for him, because when bean memes pop up, bean memes. When bean memes pop up, bean memes. Heinz beans then. Heinz beans. Yo, when Heinz beans means pop up, people tag him in it because that's him. That's what I'm saying. He's being him.
Yeah, he's building from it.
Like, just be your authentic. Don't try and be nobody else in it. Like, use an authentic. Use it yourselves. You feel me?
Can we not say that's Jan's downfall then? Like, to play devil's advocate, could he not just be being himself, but being himself? Yeah, but
the problem is him being himself. He's a bit of a knob. That's what it is. That's what it is, isn't it? And Jan, you know,
take your foot off.
You just gotta know when to press being a dick. I'm a dickhead too, don't get me wrong, it's not just him, but I know when to press it and when not to.
Talk.
Exactly. Talk. Say it again. Say it louder for the people in the back. See? Not even using that phrase there, say it louder for the people in the back. You knew that was coming, pause.
So, okay, moving on to the next battle. Bizzo versus Slester.
This is a tough one because Bizzo I'd not seen before the tryouts.
I personally thought he underperformed for what I thought he was going to do.
He was better at the next round against Ross.
He went in the first round. He was only Ross.
Biz went straight in against Ross.
Yeah, and I thought for what I was expecting from him at that battle, I think he underperformed what I was expecting.
I wasn't expecting anything.
Yeah, and I think that was the issue with people I've probably been about. Who probably going.
Speaking to him outside, like it was very weird because, like, me and Nick filmed outside. We was talking to him. And he's very softly spoken, like quite a quiet guy, fairly eloquent, like
fairly.
Yeah, like not super intelligent, but intelligent enough. But
you're definitely getting punched at the event.
Shit happens, isn't it?
Yeah, expect it, right?
Shit happens.
I won't edit any of this out. I ain't saving you.
Absolutely cool with it. It's not a problem.
So
yeah, like he was fairly eloquent, like nice enough guy, like just but very softly spoken, and then turned up in the battle and was a completely different personality, which I really appreciated.
Well, that's every battle rapper, basically.
Yeah, but it's not everyone.
Modern day, it's pretty much everyone. Everyone that's friendly, nice, and then turns into an Aggie cunt.
But he wasn't an Aggie cunt in the battle. That's what I mean. Like he was louder. He was more present. He was more aggressive. But
do you think Slester can beat him though?
I don't know. I've not seen Slester enough either. I haven't seen him once. That's the one that I really don't know about on the day.
What about you?
Bizzle's one that I've heard a lot before. I'd seen him battle. I'd heard a lot about him, and he is a lot of people's like strong favourite. Like, yo, Bizzle. I know he was. I think he was Tux's pick to go straight through and not go through. Like, so Tux don't really miss with that type of thing. So for Tux to be like that, it's like he must be good. And then Slester, like you, I've not seen a lot. And did Slester not battle Jan? Or am I tripping?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
No. It was a stepping work.
So he wasn't at the tryout, and then someone dropped out and they dragged Slester in.
Right, okay.
So literally none of us had seen him. I spoke to the guy. He turned up late, so we didn't get an interview with him. Like,
do more promo.
Genuinely, I've not spoke to him.
That's all I can say. Do more promo.
But yeah, I just
last one anyway. Savant versus Milky.
Milky's someone that I see more.
Hang on a minute.
Go on.
I've just got Slester mixed up with Savant. So Savant was the guy who went into the tryout. Slester is the Scottish guy who was battling Visual in the last round.
Right.
So Slester is fucking good, like very very good.
Mm-hmm.
Savant, don't know, but Milky's taking that.
Okay.
So does that make you change your decision between Bizzo?
Yeah, I think Slester's taking him.
Any change to you?
Alright, so I would go with Bizzle, just off even though I can't really because I've not seen a lot of Savant, but what I'm hearing and I'm just basically.
Well, he's been around, he's done a good bit.
Like so, having not seen him battle live, I can't. It'd be unfair of me to give him a prediction, but I'm edging towards Bizzle, and that's what I'm.
Just because of reputation.
Just because of reputation.
Yeah. Slester's 2 battles in, he's taking Bizzle when he's 3rd.
Bold, I like it, but Savant, you think Milky clear?
I think Milky clear. Like I said, I've not seen enough of Savant to know whether or not.
And you've been really impressed with Milky.
Milky's fucking ridiculous. Like when we was doing the interviews outside, Milky was the only one that threw me off. Like I was talking to everybody else.
Made dick jokes and he made you stop.
No, literally, he come back at me with something, and it totally made me lose my train of thought. Like Milky's probably one of the more intelligent people that I've spoke to through the academy. So, yeah.
Anyway,
still bringing in
First Line Picture
great
Podcast. Our guest Flawless, once again. Go and sign up to the network. You want to tell us about the network again?
Yeah, man, like I said, in the Talk About It network, anywhere you listen to podcasts, if you type in Talk About It network, it will pop up. So Talk About It network will have its own will have its own YouTube page. We are on SoundCloud, we are on Spotify, soon to be on iTunes. We also across all social media platforms. There we go. I got that. Make sure I say it right. Across all social media platforms in it. So we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. You feel me? So like, I send Nick all the information to be able to put it in the description. There we go. I got there in the end. You feel me?
Like, subscribe, hit that bell come. Let's go. Say bye, Alan.
Ta-ra.
Peace. There you go.